Hello class 8 students, we have already done 3 parts of this chapter, Two Gentlemen of Verona, in which we saw that the two gentlemen were Valentine and Proteus. They were great friends, they were almost inseparable. Only one thing they disagreed with was on the topic of love. But Valentine decided to make a future for himself, so he went to Milan. Proteus stayed back in Verona. Then after that we find that Proteus had written a letter to Julia, his lady love, but Julia out of anger had torn the letter, and but then she repented for it, and she wrote a much kinder letter to Proteus. And while Proteus was reading that letter, his father comes inside the room, and just to hide the reality, Proteus tells a lie, that it was a letter from Valentine, who had gained the favor of the Duke and wanted Proteus to join him in Milan. His father immediately liked the suggestion, and because before entering the room, Proteus's father was talking to one of his friends regarding his son's future, who had encouraged his father to send his son abroad to see the world, to explore the world, and to gain knowledge which would help him to make a career for himself. So immediately his father decided that Proteus would also go and join Valentine in Milan. Both Proteus and Julia were very sad to separate from each other. They separated from each other, exchanged rings, and they made a promise to remain loyal to each other forever. And they also made a promise that they would never take off these rings from their from their fingers ever. So there we stopped. Valentine was in reality what Proteus had feigned to his father, in high favor with the Duke of Milan. So Proteus had just lied, and to make up something, he said that yes, he had become a great favor, a favorite of the Duke of Milan. But in reality also, Valentine had become a great favorite of the Duke of Milan. And another event had happened to him of which Proteus did not even dream. Yes, Proteus would never even dream what happened to Valentine, as Valentine had given up the freedom of which he used to use so much to boast, and was become as passionate a lover as Proteus. So, in other words, Valentine, who had made a promise as never to fall in love with anybody, had fallen in love. And who was that? She who had wrought here means brought about this wondrous change in Valentine was the lady Sylvia. And who was she? Daughter of the Duke of Milan. So Valentine had actually fallen in love with the daughter of the Duke of Milan. And she also loved him. But they concealed their love. Concealed their love means kept their love a secret from the Duke, because although he showed much kindness for Valentine and invited him every day to his palace, yet he designed to marry his daughter to a young courtier whose name was Thurio. So what happened was that Valentine had fallen in love with Sylvia, who was the daughter of the Duke of Milan. But it was not only that Valentine had fallen in love with Sylvia. Sylvia had also fallen in love with Valentine. They loved each other, but they kept their love a secret from the Duke. Because why? Though Valentine was a favorite of the Duke, and Valentine visited the palace of the Duke every day, but the Duke actually wanted Sylvia to marry a royal attendant named Thurio. That was the reason why they kept their love a secret from the Duke. Sylvia despised this Thurio. Despised means hated. This Thurio, for he had none of the fine sense and excellent qualities of Valentine. So when Sylvia compared Thurio to Valentine, she did not like him at all, because she found Valentine a much more desirable man with high, means with good qualities, means high virtues in that way. So and she found none of them in Thurio, so she did not like Thurio. These two rivals, Thurio and Valentine, were one day on a visit to Sylvia, and Valentine was entertaining Sylvia with turning everything to Thurio said into ridicule. So Valentine used to visit the palace daily, and both Valentine and Thurio had come to meet Sylvia. And what was Valentine doing? Valentine was trying to impress Sylvia by making fun of Thurio. Whatever Thurio was saying, he would make fun of it. When the Duke himself entered the room and told Valentine the welcome news of his friend Proteus's arrival. So while this was going on, at that time the Duke of Milan entered the room and gave them the news that Proteus had come to Milan and very soon he would be joining them. Valentine said, "If I had wished a thing, it would have been to have seen him here." And then he highly praised Proteus to the Duke, saying, "My lord, though I have been a truant of my time, yet hath my friend made use and fair advantage of his days, and is complete in person and in mind, and all good grace, to grace a gentleman." So what did Valentine say? Valentine, when he heard that Proteus was coming, he said that I couldn't have wished for anything better than this. I'm so happy to know that Proteus has come. And then he Valentine praised Proteus, saying that I would be a truant. Truant is one who tries to escape school. Okay, so I would try to escape from school, but he was a person. He means Proteus was a boy who would always make advantage of situations, and he has all the qualities that makes up a gentleman, that is worthy of being a gentleman. "Welcome him then, according to his worth," said the Duke. "Sylvia, I speak to you, and you, Sir Thurio. For Valentine, I need not bid him do so." So when the Duke heard about this, the Duke said that okay, so when he is that kind of a man, you should welcome, means all of you should welcome him that way. So he told that to Sylvia and to Thurio, because they didn't know him. And he told Valentine that, "Valentine, since you know your friend so well, I need not tell you anything more." Okay, we will stop here today. We will do the next part in the next class. Thank you.